All right, so the kettlebell deadlift, this is a very basic, fundamental exercise. So we're gonna start with that. We have 3 weights here, 56 kilo, 100 kilo, 164 kilo. That's 123 pounds, 220 pounds, 362 pounds. So this can progress and still be used with kettlebells as long as you have a heavy enough bell. As I said, this is a very general, basic exercise. Many of you may know, but maybe if you watch, you'll learn a few cues or some additional technique that you could add into your practice. So starting with the first bell, we'll line up. Now, the bell is in the middle of the arches of my feet, okay? So I don't want to be out in front, or rather behind, reaching out, because the bell's going to get to that position anyway, and then just standing in front this far wouldn't make any sense. So we're lined up right in the middle. My toes are pointed straight directly ahead, okay? We definitely don't want to be, a lot of times you'll walk up to the bell very mindlessly, okay? And we'll just kind of position the feet where we feel most strong, but maybe not structurally aligned. So we're gonna try to keep the feet about hip width, shoulder width apart, not much farther. Toes are pointed straight ahead. Arches of the feet are gonna be there. Another technique tip that I'll give here is we wanna connect the hip and the shoulder by way of the lat. Now, an exercise you can do to practice that before picking up the bell is with the hands by the side, I'll say ball a fist, and then try to touch the ground, okay? That's gonna create pressure right away, pressure that we want to have as we're lifting the weight, right? So I'll touch my hands to the ground. That's gonna create that pressure with the lat, connecting the hip and the shoulder. I'm gonna hinge back, bend the knees, get 2 hands on the bell, and then I'm gonna lift. Okay, couple things to think about there. The position of the feet, which we mentioned, but where am I standing on the feet? Okay, I'm using the 2 outer heads, okay, of the balls of the feet. So big toe, small toe, and then right before the heel. The heel's gonna be grounded as well, but we have that tripod type sensation there. So light bell, you can move up to the heavier bell. One thing, when it gets heavier and even when it's light, we wanna keep the whole spine aligned. You'll see some heads are turned up, okay? Now from the side, you can see the alignment is gone. So where my chest is looking, my eyes want to look as well. That's the cue I'll use, and typically that works right away with people. If your chest had eyes, look there with your real eyes. Okay, so now my chest is looking here, but now I'm gonna look, okay, now I'm aligned, right? So from the side, feet are closed, toes are pointed straight, okay? Small toe, big toe, outer edge of the foot, not necessarily the heel's gonna be grounded. You could use the heel, right? But we're here. All right, get my position and lift. Okay, and then again, the big bell is here. If you have access to a big bell, then you could do your traditional deadlifts with the bell. That's gonna just add in some variety as compared to the barbell. So with the big bell, all the same cues apply. The technique should look exactly the same. If it doesn't, with the bigger weight, then it probably is too much weight. Okay, so here. Okay, and that's the kettlebell deadlift.